Okay, everybody. Change that up. All right. Okay, and we're off. So where are we at today? Well, first, I finished this book last night, Richard Branson's Finding My Virginity. Awesome read. I highly recommend everyone buy a copy. And if you don't know anything about, he's like a billionaire. He owns like 270 companies. You know, owner of the Virgin Group. Yeah, dude, he's the freaking man. You know. But buy his book. It's freaking badass. What else? So I'm changing it up a little bit. Today is kind of like different for me because well, first I changed up my routine a little bit. I got up and I showered this morning because I think my hair looks a little bit better like later in the day. So I'm trying to make adjustments, you know, for my show. And then what else? Oh, and I posted my YouTube video early this morning. So like I'm gonna start posting because I stay like 2 up on them. So I'm gonna start posting like as soon as I wake up, as opposed to like noon. Just because I get up pretty early, and I think it would be easier for like everyone to kind of start their day. Like, okay, we'll start our day with freaking that Mr. Value Add guy. He's pretty cool, pretty good edutainer. Okay, so oh yeah, and I wanted to share something with y'all also. I don't know if y'all knew this, but I have like 2 phones. Obviously, the one I'm recording with, and then I have this one, and then this one's just like an old phone, I guess. And anyways, so I don't know what the heck's going on because the other day, yesterday I posted something and then it was like Mr. Value Add on Instagram liked my comment and I didn't like the comment. So I don't know what's going on really. Yeah, you know, so I'm just letting y'all know that's what's going on. And then also, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I just posted this. It's like I got 5 new subscribers over the past month. And that sucks, you know, but one thing that y'all need to know about is if you post a link, like a YouTube link to a social media channel, it is not going to do as well as if you just upload the video directly to the social media channel, obviously. So yeah, you know, I feel like I'm getting a lot of outreach, but it's just not profitable outreach, I guess you could say. But you know, I kind of think just the outreach alone is kind of more important than the profitable outreach. And like I said, you know, this is more for me than for anybody else. So, all right, some business questions. Okay, well, this is one thing I wanted to share with you guys. It's actually something I heard on The Game, Alex Hormozi's podcast. Pretty big fan of the dude. He's a good dude, man. And also, you know, like Drew Houston, Tim Ferriss, they talk about, you know, you're the average of the 5 people that you like spend most of your time with. And he talked about, you know, keeping stats, you know, and I think that's so freaking badass, you know, like keeping stats, you know, like if someone comes into your life, how are you doing financially? Are you making more money? Are you making less money? How are you doing mentally? Are you watching more Netflix? Or are you reading more books? Are you listening to more podcasts? You know, so just do like breakdowns, like where you need work in your life. Are you eating more junk food or are you eating better? You know, so that's something that I thought was like awesome, you know. And I'm pretty freaking badass at keeping up with my stats because I just like hanging out with myself. Okay, so next up, where are you at with Southeast Marketing? I had a logo made like 2 years ago, and other than that, I haven't really done much yet. I haven't started on a business plan because I'm kind of like, I think with a company, I don't want to do it by myself anymore. And if I do it, I would like to have a partner or a team, and I think we should build it together, not me just like starting off doing a shit ton of work and then, you know, I think the long-term success, that's what needs to happen, you know. So if I do it, I think I'm going to start with like a new logo. And, you know, come up with a new name and do that. Because just doing it yourself hasn't been successful for me in the past. So it's time to pivot. But like I said, that's not necessarily a priority right now. I just read this article in Tools for Titans, man. It talked about... I need to get that vagabonding book, man, about world travel. Because that's the plan, man. I'm pretty pumped about it. Well, unless something like a really badass offer comes my way on something, but I don't really see that happening, you know? Okay, next question. What are some common mistakes that entrepreneurs make? Okay, well, there's a lot. The first thing that comes to mind is a lot of people, they like want to start their own business, and they get like, first thing they do is like business cards, CEO and founder. I'm gonna get so much pussy with this fucking business card. It's like, no, you're not, man. And anyone can. That's cost you $250 to file an LLC and make some business cards. Like, you need to be humble. Like, if you're like in a big company, and you know everyone isn't like. What's more important than titles is having a team of good people and having all of your goals in line together. You know, I think one of the smartest things that you can do starting a business is habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Okay, so what is your goal for the business? Okay, say I want to make freaking 10 grand a month, you know, and make that your goal, you know, or you want to launch an IPO, make that your goal going into it, you know, or you want to make it a billion-dollar company and sell it to Amazon, you know. It just have it, you know, begin with the end in mind, you know. So have an end goal, I'll say that. I think that would really can benefit people a long way, like, because it gives you like a destination where you're going. Yeah, so I think that's pretty good advice. Practical tips for starting a business. Man, like I said, I would just offer partnerships. And, you know, like as a startup, you know, funds are always tight, you know, even whether it's VC or bootstrap, you know, because you got people to, you know, that you gotta like talk to, you know, like if you got their money, like they're gonna be on your ass, you know. And what I would recommend, and I also know like Mark Cuban talked about in one of his interviews, is like all his startups, and he's done a bunch of them and had been extremely successful in all of them, and he's always partnered up with people, you know, giving them stake in the company. Another thing I'd recommend doing is profit share. You know, if you don't want to give them equity in the company, at least offer like profit share, just because that makes them feel like the success of the company. The better the company does, the more money they're going to make. You know, it'll just make them, you know, dedicate more of their time and their life into the company, into the business, you know. So that's it. What are key factors to consider before scaling a business? Okay, I've never really I've researched into it, you know, but I can't say that I've personally done a great job scaling your business in any way. But my answer to that, I think that's a very vague question. I'd say it depends on what industry you're in. Because it could be like an online marketing, it could be like a restaurant, you know, it could be so many different things. But I would say look into the market, you know, see who owns what percentage of the market, what their prices are, geographically, what the average income is per household. Like, there's so much shit you got to look at too, you know. But like I said, you know, I'm not really qualified to answer that question, but I mean, that would be my take on it, I guess you could say. Other than that, yesterday's marketing campaign did not go well. I only got 34 freaking views. Yeah, so that kind of sucked, and I'm thinking about maybe going to the mall today, maybe changing it up. Might go get some t-shirts, might go downtown, pass out some business cards for my YouTube channel. I don't know, man, because what I'm doing is not freaking working. It's getting a little frustrating, but same time, this is for me, not for you, and I'm having fun, you know. I get to look at this freaking stud, you know, he's so good looking. Okay, anyways, I don't know if y'all knew this either, but all my videos I do, except for that one, I do my first take. I just turn it on, because then I got shit to do the rest of the day. You know, I gotta go freaking send emails. I got shit to do. You know, I got podcasts to listen to. And other than that, just remember that I love you, and that you can be what you will to be.